What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. A few months ago, I asked the question, which rappers would you want to see a TV series from? And it was a very open-ended question. One that can bounce around from the likes of sitcoms to reality shows to drama. So today I wanted to I don't want to say revisit the question, but refine it into one that's more closed, in a sense that the question now is going to be, which rappers would you watch a reality show from? Now keep in mind, I am not a big reality fan. I think that a lot of the reality TV out there sucks. So I don't watch like Real World. I definitely don't watch Love and Hip Hop. I don't want to see a bunch of washed up artists, producers, DJs, whoever trying to get their little fame. I get it, it's popular, whatever. It's just not for me. The only two reality shows that I really ever enjoyed, and one's still on today, it's not even a music one. It's Total Divas, because I am a wrestling fan, so I watch Total Divas. And the other one was Flavor of Love. I always thought that was such a unique concept, because Flavor Flav is just an odd looking guy, and to have 20 different women on, what was it, like 2 or 3 seasons was crazy. Like, damn, these women really want to date Flavor Flav? But then you could tell a lot of them were just using it for the fame. But nonetheless, it was an entertaining show. Way before VH1 got diluted with all their reality TV. So the question today is, which rappers would you want to see a reality show from? I think the first one on my list would have to be 50 Cent. I think that 50 Cent is just naturally funny. If you look at his music, you look at his Instagram, interviews, the Pimp and Curly skits that he did years ago. Like, there's just so much humor in 50 Cent's career that I think having a reality show would be interesting. And even more interesting now because he's not really a rapper. He's more of a mogul. He does the TV stuff heavy. He's done so much in his career that excludes him from just being labeled as a rapper. And I would like to see what like his day-to-day is and what he has to deal with behind the scenes. I'm sure 50 Cent still has to deal with a lot of different problems along the way. So I would like to see how he deals with it. Just have like the cameras on him. That would be interesting to me to watch. Next on my list would be Lil B. You might be asking, why Lil B? That's such a random person out of everybody that can have a reality show. You want Lil B? I want to understand him more. I don't understand Lil B's career at all. And I've spoke about this. I've written about this. I think that Lil B could have been bigger than he is right now. But for some reason, he was content doing mixtape after mixtape, doing these low-budget videos. Despite having a huge fan base, he could have been a lot bigger. I'm not saying he would have been like Drake status or anything of that nature, but I always wondered, like, why does Lil B not want to put out music in stores and on iTunes? Why does he give everything away? Why does he not tour as much? And so I think this would be like a good reality show to kind of showcase where Lil B's head is at, how he manages his career with the people around him, like what's going through his mind. That would be a good title, The Mind of Lil B. I would definitely tune in and watch that just to find out what's going on with this guy. Next on my list would have to be Lil Wayne. If you've never seen the Carter documentary, I highly recommend going to check it out. I have 2 copies. I bought one on eBay and it didn't work in my Xbox 360 back in the day. So I told the person that sold it to me on eBay, he sent me another copy. But it turns out the copy just didn't work in that Xbox 360. It works on my PS4. Long story short, I have 2 copies now. And so I watch that documentary from time to time, and it showcases some of Wayne's finest moments as well as some of his worst moments. As a journalist or a former journalist, I don't know what you want to classify me as now, but when I was a journalist, I always cringed when I saw him kick out that journalist in the one scene. He kept asking him about like jazz, like, is your music jazz influence? And granted, he had it coming, but Wayne was like, stop talking. He was just like, get this guy out of here. Like, he acted like the man wasn't sitting next to him. And so it was just it was a bad moment. But I get why he did it. I just think that it was, it just wasn't the best way to highlight Lil Wayne. But there is a lot of good from that documentary. You got to see a little bit of how he operates, especially around the time of the Carter 3 coming out. You got to see all the running around and all the, him still recording in his tour or in his hotel room. So you got to see a lot from that. And then, like, there's been videos over the years, like Lil Wayne's PSA from, I think it was 2011. It was right after Steve Jobs died. And so he dropped this 30-minute video walking around his house, explaining stuff, talking about why he started sipping lean and why he picked up skateboarding and, saluting Steve Jobs. It was great. If you've never seen that, go check that out. But I think Lil Wayne is just a fascinating person, and so I would love to see, especially now, I would like to see how his career is handled, is operated on a day-to-day basis. I think that would be the most entertaining for any reality shows. You can pick any rapper, Rick Ross, Future, Kendrick Lamar. You just want to kind of see the more behind-the-scenes stuff. The last person on my list is Tech N9ne. Tech N9ne runs an amazing empire with strange music. He has his own like factory slash just huge building. It's a headquarters. It has all the merch that they sell. It has various trucks. It has the tour buses. It has a studio, offices, all of that. And I would like to see something maybe even just revolving around strange music. I think with these other choices, it was kind of revolving around one artist. But maybe you can expand this one to reflect strange music and have Krizz Kaliko and have Big Scoob and have Cess Crew and all the others that are signed to strange music kind of follow them, shadow them, because they're all doing their thing. Not everybody is on that one tour with Tech N9ne. Sometimes Krizz Kaliko goes out on his own, and sometimes he's recording an album on his own. So there's just a lot that goes on, and I would like to see more inside the empire of strange music. I'm always fascinated by how they run their business. So those are my picks for which rappers I would watch a reality show from. They're certainly not limited to those. As I said, I named off a bunch of other artists that I would like to see more behind the scenes stuff with. I think that is it's something that we don't see as much in hip hop anymore. You don't see documentaries all the time. You don't get the behind the scenes look for each album or anything like that. So I would just like to see more of that. And if it comes in the form of a reality show, I would welcome that. So hit the comment section and let me know which rappers would you be interested in seeing a reality show from. Which rappers would have you rushing home from work to make sure that you don't miss their program. Let me know in the comment section below, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at SirMizDomain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.